Hey guys, really interesting support hero. Play her a bunch in Dota 1, always. One of the most interesting mechanics with the swap. Quickly swap any target in, especially if you realize they're waiting there. Swap, stun, any other CC or just destroy them. It's a pretty great hero for kind of eliminating those single targets. High value targets. A lot of people don't expect the swap, can see you, they kind of just see the swap. You may die doing this, but at the end of the day, your support, you kind of did your job already when you did swap and stun. Even without stun, if the target dies, if the target is like a high value support or a carry, you kind of did your job, so you don't have to worry about using this. Just always use it if the target is right. So items. Boots of speed, this can be made into tranquil boots or arcane boots. I feel like arcane boots, Venge can get a pretty spammy. So you can kind of spam magic missile and wave of terror pretty often. There's also ult, but it's mostly these two. So going arcane boots is completely fine if you want, especially if your team can also benefit a lot from it. If not, just kind of get tranquil boots. You can harass more and earlier on the lane. But you won't be able to spam these as much, so it's kind of preference, right? Second item that I kind of just make immediately, or first big item, right? Set puts is a Solar Crest. Solar Crest is mainly because first of all, it synergizes with Wave of Terror. This reduces armor on the AoE basis, but right, it just hits everybody in the path. But this adds even more armor reduction, so you can kind of just open up with this, get closer, stun, cast Solar Crest. They get a huge armor reduction. They become much more easier to kill. It's just a great item to make because of this. It can also be used offensively on your allies. If there's like a really interesting right click carry specific, if there's something like Faceless Void, the best example. If you know he's about to jump in an ult, you can just buff him. He gets a nice buffed attack speed, but he's in the chronosphere. Much more value, right? You can also give that armor to any allies that are maybe like running away, or maybe you just give it to the offlaner that is about just to blink in the fight, kind of give them that extra protection. So just a lot of uses, and mainly you can just kill a lot of people with the combo, right? Gives you some. I mean, it gives you armor by default, gives you attributes, gives you movement speed and mana generation, just gives you everything you would ever need as Venge. So I kind of always get this. It's gonna work no matter what their pick is, right? Second one, you can kind of make a choice there. Kind of take a look at how the game going, what the rest of your team is. Scepter is a completely legit item for Venge. It basically gives you a second life, kind of like Red King. You just can't cast any items from the inventory, but you can cast all of your abilities. So this item might be harder to farm though, because you're not really supposed to farm, right? You're playing a support. There's not a lot of, I guess this counts like an AoE, but you still gotta hit. So might be a bit difficult to get, but the payout can be also big, right? Because you can kind of position yourself in a fight. You can maybe swap, get a kill. Let's say you die there, it's completely fine. They use a lot of spells on you, a lot of resources, wasted on you, wasted on a support. You never want to waste stuff on support, right? In a fight, it's the worst target to waste valuable spells. So you get reborn, you can stun again, swap, right? So they have to deal with your whole health again, and yeah, you can see how it can be pretty annoying, pretty useful. Yeah, the only downside is you're kind of playing support. There's not a lot of farming for you available. It kind of depends on the game as well. Also, it gets much easier to get if you're kind of winning the fights more, right? Which again, this item should kind of enable you to do that much easier, to win the fights and get easier ganks and kills, right? That's why Solar Crest. If you don't want to go this path, you can go something like Vladimir's Offering. This item again, as Solar Crest synergizes with the wave, this synergizes with the passive Vengeance Aura. This gives base damage bonus as an aura. This is another damage aura plus a lifesteal. So it kinda, you can see how it kinda goes. This goes with the Solar, this goes with the Vladimir. It's just another interesting item that you can get that works especially well for Venge, right? It's a double stack. So that's another one you can get completely fine. There's always Glimmer Cape. Glimmer Cape can be really effective for you. Let's say you swap with somebody, you don't want to die immediately without them at least having to use dust or wards. You can swap, you can hide in Glimmer Cape, run back. Glimmer Cape also kinda, it's like a continuously hiding you. It's not like Shadow Blade, once you're out, you're out. You can actually cast this on yourself, stun somebody, and again disappear in Glimmer Cape. It's just like a continuous disappearing that it does. So another like huge value that you have this also, right? Saving anybody, saving yourself. You can swap with somebody that's running away, hide yourself. You kind of can, both of you can kind of get away, depending. But also a great item. Force Staff is also always there, as with much of the support. Swapping with somebody, then pushing you out immediately, it's kind of you swap back. It's kind of like Faceless Void with Shard. Jump in, jump out. So if the target is kind of closer to you, you can just do the short swap, quickly push yourself back. If you have this, you can hide yourself. So just a lot of options. Also, if somebody is running, maybe there's two allies running away from somebody, you can swap with one, and when you're swapped, you can kind of push away the second one. Maybe your mid or carrier running away, maybe your offlaner or carrier, whatever the combo is, you can just save two people with a combo with Force Staff and swap. So just Venge has so many options. Really, I will have to say like what's the best combo. I would really have to see the enemy team, kind of see my team, but I mean, I hope this kind of helps with kind of the explanation of how it can really be combined, right? As always, there's Aeon Disc. I just put him here actually. Aeon Disc, another tool when you swap. They want to kill you, it's gonna give you that much more time to survive. Let's get procs, right? They can't really one-shot you, get strong dispel, you can move away. It's really a nice tool as well, right? Kind of everything really works with the whole swap thing, right? If you kind of want to save somebody but you want to be sure you don't die instantly, there's this, there's also this, right? You can make both of these if you want. There's some extra survival rate, it would go up. But yeah, just like a lot of options. Lotus Orb now, as always. That can also work as casting on anybody from your team. You can just swap in. If you get kind of stuck, you can cast Lotus Orb on yourself. If they want to nuke you, they're going to nuke themselves as well. Another tool, probably better used with the combo of Aeon Disc though. So you kind of survive the damage and you get all the reflections back. Pretty interesting combo, right? You would swap, you would be exposed, but you would cast this, kind of reflect the stuff back, kind of survive with Aeon Disc. I mean, it can be a lot of fun stuff. Imagine if you have this as well, so you can push yourself out even. It's a lot of gold, of course. It doesn't mean you'll get all of this, but if you do get this, these are like the interesting combos you can go for. And of course, the last one that I like making is Yule Scepter. This is just like a great disabling tool for anybody that's kind of ult dependent. If there's Legion Commander, you can kind of disable him. If anything happened to stun, if anything happened to swap, you can disable Legion Commander, you can disable Pudge. When you ultis, you can disable Enigma even if something is up with these on cooldown or whatever the reason is. Really disable Troll Warlord, or if he kind of rushed you, you can just press this, lift yourself up, like spend a lot of time of his ult. When you come down, you can stun him, you can push yourself away if you have Force Step, hide yourself. There's just a lot of useful things with this as well. But yeah, depends really on the enemy team, but some items that you can never go wrong with, something like Scepters, Solar Crest of course, Force Staff for like a lot of mobility options, Aeon Disc, right? And if you kind of want to buff the whole team's attack, you can just go Vladimir's with this. So yeah, and also obviously always get the shard. I don't know why I didn't get it. immediately. I have to drop something. So always get the shard. It gives you even bigger cast range, and it hits two heroes now. Like Venge became really annoying when you're trying to chase her. Before, if you chase Venge alone, you're always aware. Okay, she can stun me. It can be like a problem for a while. Perhaps she might get away, but she was always kind of dead if two of you were chasing. She really doesn't have anything to get away effectively, right? And Venge players will have to be really smart and choose quickly who are they gonna stun out of those two heroes. But now you just kind of turn back and you stun both of them, no matter which one you target. If somebody's chasing you, they're gonna be close, right? Usually. So if there's two heroes here, you don't even have to choose anymore who you're gonna stun. You just kind of throw it, it hits both of them. So Shard is a really, really nasty upgrade that you can get, recently changed. Shard before this was completely irrelevant. You would not even bother getting it. But this one is amazing. You can get this as early as you want. You can get it as a second item. After let's say Solar Crest, you can just immediately get Shard. Completely fine. Double stun, nice energy with the Wave of Terror, buffing your allies, right? It's just great already. Yeah, kind of forget one item I just remembered of. Not Ember. There's also Adderlands. There's also Adderlands that you can swap in. I mean, not swap in. You would get Adderlands early, right? Adderlands is another tool for kinda mostly for swapping. It's also great for stun, but it kinda gives you a whole lot of. I completely forgot about this. It gives you a whole lot of spaces you can see for swap. It's not even the last level of swap, so this is the second level. Let's just actually buffer to max, so you can see how far it goes with the swap. It's a really big range now. So going this into Octarine Core, I guess can be also pretty nice. The whole cooldown reduction, but the cooldowns are already kinda there anyway, so. It kind of depends. I would probably just stay on Netherlands if I ever make this. It's kind of like a replacement for Arcane Boots. If I don't want to make Arcane Boots, I would just go and make Netherlands, or kind of just make Arcane Boots, disassemble, and then get the remaining pieces for Netherlands. If that is needed, of course. But I think you can get away with this and just kind of upgrade Boots and get something else. So yeah. That would kind of be the build for Venge. A lot of combos you can pick and choose. Kind of have to get that practice with your team and the enemy team to kind of know just which hero needs what, right? What would work the best. But Solar Crest will always work. Scepter will always work great. Vladimir will always work great because you always have like a carry or mid or offlaner. There's always value right in like these items, and I would say also in Glimmer Cape. They always work. For staff as well, so you can kind of choose. I would say probably choose on these two maybe. But yeah, and Lotus Orb. So talents. Talents I take magic resistance, of course. You don't need agility. First of all, you're playing support. Second of all, it's Venge. Venge is not somebody that kind of right click destroys people. It's useless. Magic resistance is great. Almost a free hood. Almost. Second one, I always take the stun cooldown. This might seem better, but you're kind of building into the whole team of the last level when you actually get the stun that pierces through blacking effect. That is one of the most amazing upgrades, a crazy upgrade if you get there. But just reducing this to like what 625. It is really beneficial. One wave is completely fine. You're gonna get them. Debuff lasts 8 seconds, cooldown is 10. You just have like a small window of 2 seconds of them not being affected, so it's completely fine. I just get this. Second one you can actually choose, but I just like magic missile damage, and yeah, it also just with the shard, right? So cooldown to hit 2 targets because of the shard, plus 200 damage becomes plus 400 because it hits one more target, right? Huge value there. And then of course the last one, you always take the left one, pierces any spell immunity. Anybody tries to be funny or smart with blocking, trying to rush you, they might even know about this, and they just completely get taken by surprise. You just stun them through blocking. You don't care. So this, you stun two targets actually. If there's even two of them with blocking, you stun both of them, right? So always. Also, keep kinda a couple of teleports in your bag. Try to look at the lanes. It's really easy to just teleport and gank. Like a really nice set of skills. You'll be playing top, of course, if you're +4. I mean, on this side. So take a look at the mid or the bottom lane when you're playing the left side, of course. You can just kind of teleport on the tower and swap somebody directly into the tower. So the tower would attack him, you would just kind of come back a bit, stun him under tower, do the whole armor reduction. It's really easy to gank, right? As soon as you'd have to even wait level 6, but you kind of get the idea. So that's how I do Venge. A lot of combos. You kind of have to pick and choose how you want to combo all of this. But yeah, even without, you kind of support, don't have to worry about making all of this. You're completely fine with just a couple of items. You have some really nice utility built in already, so no need to worry about like trying to fill out your inventory to the fullest, like to get some value. So that's it, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.